Effectiveness Seminar and Value Formation. We are proud to say that the Daycare Center we established in 1994 is up to now servicing poor children in poor communities. And also our training program to address the need to increase the level of awareness and skills of partner women organizations to advocate on gender issues and concerns. Okay. This is one of our activities, the celebration of Araw ng Kababaihan or Women's Day. We celebrate it yearly on March 8th. Every March 8th we celebrate Women's Day. We call it in Tagalog Araw ng Kababaihan. It's Women's Day celebration. This is the Daycare Center. You know, the first graduate of our Daycare Center is now in college, first year college. Yeah. Just these parents effectiveness seminars. This porridge for a cause because we solicited materials, school materials for the children. Yeah. We also tap Just Peace, no, Just Peace. AusAid. No, AusAid in coordination with the Department of Local Government, Interior and Local Government. Now it's no longer assisting our students. Yeah. You know, what do you call that? AusAid's giving rice and notebooks and school supplies and everything for the students. Yes. This is our Christmas for Advantaged Children. We conduct this every year during Christmas, during December. We solicited clothes, food, everything for the children. This, we now go to the women's right to adequate. No, it's not. 6 years ago, we started a responsive. We now go to our advocacy on the right to adequate housing. 6 years ago, this is where Ken Fernandez is very instrumental. 6 years ago, we started a responsive rights-based advocacy on right to adequate housing to informal settlers, who particularly those families living along the railroads, to make way for the rehabilitation and modernization of the Philippine National Railways. This is a project of President Gloria Arroyo, and this affects 400,000 families from north to south. This is the national railways. It's the project, rehabilitation. That's Gloria Arroyo. You see that small lady there? This is the state of the railway. It's in Caloocan. Yeah. So, since we are not familiar with human rights law or housing rights law, we seek the assistance of Ken Fernandez Corps and through Ken Fernandez in early 2000. So we requested course assistance to teach us on what is housing rights. So we've worked with the international organization to support housing rights advocacy. So in early 2002, Birta Schultz and the Pika Sherchan of Corps visited our place, and they conducted our first housing right. Housing is human right training. Dan Fernandez and Dan Nicholson and Birta Schultz. And then we started, after that training, we started our organizing and training. these are the, these are the feedback of women after our training. GWEC used to train on women's rights and housing rights as a tool for empowerment. They said that government will not listen to you if you show them that you are not organized, you know. And then that you are organized, you know your rights. Getting to lead the organization helped the women gain equal status in the eyes of male members in the community. It was amusing to see leaders and ordinary men reciting provisions in the United Nations Declaration of Human Rights, the Urban Housing Development Act, and the 7 elements of adequate housing. We're negotiating with NHA staff. NHA is the National Housing Authority. Lorna Sabado said, I used to stay in the house most of the time. I discovered how fulfilling it feels to learn new experiences. I realized that I can use what I learned to help others. She's from Leyte. At first, husbands did not want their wives to get involved in the railway issue. The men stopped complaining when they learned through their wives that eviction was really imminent. They became more supportive when they saw that we were getting concrete results, according to King. We also had leaders who were being beaten up by husbands. They used to be subservient, but when we gave our gender sensitivity orientation, they found the strength to defend themselves. Okay. We also had information dissemination. Karapatan sa sapat na pabahay is the right to adequate housing. This is the project, the South Manila Rail project. And after that, we produced a DVD on women of the railroad. This is our, what do you call it, best practice. Because we were able to find a suitable relocation site for the people affected by the modernization of the railways. It's less than 30 minutes away from the original place. It's a good place, yeah. We also conducted research on women of the railway, but unfortunately, since 2008, it was not yet published. Yeah. We also had dialogue with the national and local governments, dialogue with the chief of the housing and urban development housing. We also had dialogue with NHA. You see there Annie and Lisa.
Oh. And the president behind us.
The president behind Annie. Yeah. Press con on the relocation site situation. Annie and Lisa also. Yeah. We had also colloquiums on human settlements. This dialogue with the Bishop of Caloocan, dialogue with NHA and different groups. This is the chief of the Caloocan NHA. Yeah. We had several dialogues, yeah. And we also lobbied for the creation of interagency committee for the South Rail project. Because if we don't have that interagency committee, the government will not really tackle the problem of the relocation of the people. Yeah. We also brought the issue of mass eviction in international conferences and asked support from them. Or we also participated in the World Urban Forums, Forum 2, Forum 3, Forum 4. And that's the Vice President of the Philippines. He's in charge of housing. Friend of Lisa and Annie and Ken. Noli De Castro is running for. We want to be with the next president of the Philippines. It's very corrupt. I also participated in the interlinkages of violence against women and housing in India. I forgot the year. I think it's in 2003 or 2004. We also have linkages with the YRO Commission. It's based in New York. So, in search for adequate housing. So our lobby, or our advocacy